Hello, my name is Jim. Welcome to my booktube channel about books, reading and stuff. Today I've got for you a tag video. Maybe I'll even put it out on Tuesday for tag video Tuesday. It's the whale tag, and I've been tagged twice. I've been tagged by Lucas for Bits of Lit, and I've been tagged by Greg, another bibliophile reads, both great channels. I'll link to their channels below so you can check them out. The whales tag, or the whale tag. I should be qualified for this. I have a degree from the University of Wales, but Wales without the H. This tag was created by Book Time with Ryan. All the prompts are related to whales. Whales, the sea mammal, not Wales, the country. First prompt, the blue whale. The blue whale is the largest, heaviest animal on Earth ever. What's the longest book you've read or want to read? Or what's the heaviest subject you've read about? The longest book on my TBR is this one, Bleak House. This copy weighs in at 740 pages and it's very small typescript. Some copies of this weigh in at over 1,000 pages. This will be the 11th Dickens novel I've tackled. Should I tackle it? I hope to tackle it soon. The heaviest subject I've read recently was in Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by D. Brown, which tells the tale of how the West was won. It wasn't won, it was stolen from the Native Americans through a series of treaties which were reneged upon, and a series of massacres from 1860 to the Battle of Wounded Knee in the beginning of the 1890s. Prompt number 2, Sperm Whale. Sperm whales routinely dive to a depth of 2,000 feet to feed on squid, but can dive to a depth of 10,000 feet. What is a book that's motivated you to look deeper into a subject, character, situation or series? Remarkable Creatures by TRACY CHEVALIER. This tells the story of Mary Anning, who lived in Lyme Regis in the 19th century, and she found the fossils of many dinosaurs, and she was like the mother of paleontology. This book got me interested into paleontology. Prompt number 3, Humpback Whale. Humpback whales sing long, complex songs they have in common with other individual humpback whales. These songs can change uniformly for entire groups of whales. What is a book that has changed meaning for you over the years? Why did it change? This book, L'Étranger, but Camus. There are many layers to this book. There's the character of Mousseau, why he's unfeeling, why he didn't cry at his mother's funeral. He kills an Arab, but there's nothing much about the Arab. The Arab doesn't even have a name, it's just the Arab. It's a fascinating book. It's also fascinating how it can't really be translated properly into English. I've talked many times about the opening line, Aujourd'hui maman est morte, or peut-être hier, je ne sais pas, and that maman we can't translate into English. You know, I really love this book, and there's many layers to it, and I'm still peeling back those layers. Prompt number 4, Orca, or killer whale. As Lucas at Bits of Lit said, they are dolphins, but also because of their size, they are also whales. So dolphins and whales are in the dolphin family, but they're bigger than any other dolphin. Orcas, or killer whales, are incredibly smart. Social whales. What's a book you felt was especially smart, fiction or non-fiction, and made you really think? I think I'll go with Sapiens which is talking about wisdom in its title, Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, which is looking at the evolution of humans and hominids from the beginning until now. And it's fascinating how this simple ape developed to control the world as it does today. How we developed because we could tell stories, and these fictions were believed by large groups, fictions to do with money, to do with religion, to do with nations, to gel large groups together, which other animals didn't have. Yes, there's like ants and bees have a social network, but it's very rigid. The human social networks are a lot more flexible. Prompt number 5, beluga. Belugas are nicknamed the canaries of the sea because of the sounds they make. What's a book you wanted to talk to others about after reading it, and why? My first 5-star read this year was The Dust Bowl Orphans by Suzette B. Harrison. This was about 2 sisters in the Dust Bowl era, the 1930s in America, who went from Oklahoma to California. But what's unusual about this Oklahoma migration was the 2 sisters are African American, and their experience was very different to the white migration experience of the characters in The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. This was a fantastic read, and I'd recommend it to anybody. Prompt number 6, narwhal. Narwhal, I don't know how you pronounce it. Male narwhals are known as the unicorns of the sea. They have 2 teeth, including 1 long spiraling tooth that can grow nearly 9 feet long. What's a book you heard great things about before reading, only to discover it was less magical after reading it? And last year I read Noir by K.W. Jetta. This is one of the classics of the cyberpunk genre, but I found it difficult to read. I found it too nihilistic, too dark. It was unrelenting in its darkness, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I was expecting to. Prompt number 7, Bowhead Whale. While it's evident bowhead whales live well beyond 100 years of age, there's evidence they may live to be 200 years old. What's the oldest book in your collection, or what book has been in your collection the longest? The Bible is the oldest book. Some of this was written before Christ. This is my manga Bible. I don't expect Moses was drawing mangas when he was writing his parts. But here, the manga Bible. It's got the full text of the Bible as well, but there's these illustrations. I don't have many old books. I don't collect old books. This is one book I have from before I was born. This was the Observer's Book of Automobiles. I collect this series, and this is from 1959. Got some fabulous cars. Here's BMW 507. And the American cars still had fins. This is probably the oldest book in my collection. I have some Georgian books that look quite old, but this is more because they're weathered than because they're old. This is Granny, Iliko, Hilarion and I by Noda Dombadze. It looks old, but it's actually from 1985. From number 8, Atlantic Grey Whale. Sadly, Atlantic grey whales were wiped out by humans. Today only Pacific grey whales remain. Save the whales. What's one book that's either out of print or out of fashion that you wish would make a comeback? Again, I'll go with this. This is the English translation of Noda Dombadze's Granny, Illico Ilarinanai. It's available in Georgian, the original Georgian, but I'd like to see a new English translation printed. This was from the Soviet era. Bonus, Moby Dick. Moby Dick was the great white sperm whale Captain Ahab never caught. What's a book you want to own but haven't found or bought? What's stopping you from hooking that book? I showed the 1959 version. The first edition of the Observer's Book of Automobiles was 1955. I don't have that book. I haven't found it when I've browsed bookshops. I don't shop for physical books online. I shop for Kindle books online. So I'd like the first edition of this, 1955. Scientists tag whales to help study their behaviours, such as migration. Tag 5 booktubers to complete this tag, and remember, save the whales. Okay, I haven't checked who's done this tag and who hasn't, but I'll tag the following. I'll tag AJ Dunn Reads and Writes because they have a great channel. I'll tag Alex Blank, who hasn't posted for a while. I hope she's still posting content. Alfred in the Bookcase. Again, I haven't seen any content from Alfred for quite a while. Amy's Rambles, and Sonia at An Enthusiastic Reader. Thank you, Ryan, for a great tag. And if you like this video, you can like and subscribe below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.